I have seen probably scores of productions of On Golden Pond. I've directed it 3 or 4 times. At least 2 Academy Award winners have played the part I'm now playing, Henry Fonda in the movie, Christopher Plummer in a live television version that I directed, and some really amazing actors in 30 languages on 6 continents, but I've never seen the guy played the way I wrote him. And I've thought about that for a long time. And I thought, this is it. You shouldn't be allowed to carry a dangerous weapon like this.
The play is being staged at the Winnipesaukee Playhouse, just a few miles from where Thompson lives and where the movie was shot. Every actor starting a play has to make sure that he or she knows the lines. Do you know every line in this play cold? Can you do them backwards and forwards in your sleep because you wrote it and you've seen it so many times and you've directed it and so forth?
No.
New Hampshire's Ernest Thompson is stepping into the starring role in On Golden Pond, the Broadway play he wrote more than 4 decades ago as a 28-year-old out-of-work actor.
There they are, oh my goodness.
Aren't they lovely?
They're huge. I've never seen such big loons in my life.
Those are boats, you poop. Coming closer by the float.
I think it's a pretty great role. You know, I've known that for 40 years. It's a terrific role, but to play it is a whole nother experience.
I don't think you should do that in front of Chelsea's companion.
Look at this, a bill from Gas and Power in Wilmington. We're not even there.
It's just a little bit each month.
Here, give this back to them. Since you're playing mailman, why don't you deliver all this to that old lady down there? I gotta see what's happening in the world. I need some touch with reality.
Ah, a letter from Chelsea. It is a beautiful love story, but they're dealing with somebody who's in crisis as he's starting to lose his memory.
When I wrote the play in 1978, the word Alzheimer's wasn't part of the American vocabulary. I just knew I was writing about a guy who's starting to drift.
Listen to this. Elderly gentleman wanted for companionship and conversation for convalescing invalid 3 afternoons a week. Now, doesn't that sound perfect?
Perfect for you. I wouldn't have much hope for the invalid.
There's another one here. Retired people sought for handbill delivery, mornings or evenings, some walking involved. I should call. I can walk.
Yes, I can just see you walking out there with those mosquitoes. You'll be eaten alive.
I could carry my screen door with me.
Is that why you came rushing back here to read those silly ads?
Could be.
Whatever is the matter with you? Why do you need a job? You've always loved being here on Golden Pond with nothing to do. Why is this summer any different?
I'm in the market for a last hurrah.
Lord, why can't you just pick berries and catch fish and read books and enjoy this sweet, sweet time?
Do you want to know why I came back so fast with my little bucket? I got to the end of our lane, and I couldn't remember where the old town road was. I went a little way into the woods, and nothing looked familiar, not one tree. And it scared me half to death. So I came running back here to you, to see your pretty face, to feel that I was safe, that I was still me.
Well, you're safe, you old poop. And you're definitely still you, still picking on poor Charlie. After lunch, after we gobble up all the strawberries, I'll take you down to the old town road. You remember it all, my darling. We've walked it 1,000 times. And we'll pick us another batch of those tiny little berries. And I'll do the bending. You just talk away the mosquitoes.
As I'm telling people, I said it's like working with Neil Simon on The Odd Couple or something like that, you know, or Arthur Miller on Death of a Salesman. I mean, this is one of the major plays of the last 50 years. It's one of the most performed plays, and it's one that since I was a little boy, I was always just enamored by.
Ever notice that? How people start to check themselves out in a mirror or a window? Put your eyeglasses when they're supposed to be listening?
Yes, I have noticed that.
It's a shifty sort of quality, I think.
Yes.
Or perhaps it's just a form of egocentricity.
Yeah.
I do. Oh, conversations bore me to tears. I always look for a little divertissement while I'm waiting for my turn to talk.
Huh.
Pretty shabby, huh?
Well.
I don't do it with Ethel. She's so pretty, isn't she?
Yes.
After all these years, I still can't get over how pretty she is. Or how handsome I am. That's the real reason I always look for a mirror. I like to keep checking, make sure I haven't faded.
Oh.
They say you fade with age, they say your looks just go. Haven't seen a sight of it.
During a post-performance talkback with the audience, Thompson admits that he was eager to play the role the way he had always imagined it.
Norman Thayer, Jr., was a college professor at an Ivy League college, University of Pennsylvania, for 40 or 50 years. That means that he stood in front of a classroom and regaled those students with fabulous stories and challenged and inspired them.
Suck face?
I beg your pardon?
You know, kiss. Suck face, kiss.
Oh. Ever read this book? Swiss Family Robinson?
No.
Go read it.
Now?
Yes! Go upstairs and read the first chapter. Give me a report tomorrow. Go on.
Well, I thought we were gonna have a party.
I'll call you when the party's underway if it ever is. Go on!
So what did you think of tonight's performance?
Loved the show. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
The whole thing was great.
Well, I'm 14 and I thought it was amazing.
Most specifically because Ernest as Norman was just fantastic.
And it brought back so many memories.
Well, I liked it so much that it's the second time that I've come. I was here on opening night.
I thought it was absolutely incredible. It was super funny. It was super moving. I never wanted it to end. I was in tears. It was like really, really excellent.
You don't know what it's like. Being reminded how worthless you are every time that old son of a bitch crosses your path.
That old son of a bitch happens to be my husband.
Worried about the will, are you? I'm leaving everything to you except what I'm taking with me.
Stop it. I don't want anything. We've been mad at each other for too long.
I didn't realize we were mad. I thought we just didn't like each other.
Is it true that after you won, you went to Henry Fonda's house?
Yeah, I did. My date and I, Diana Ross, went out to his house. She said, what party are we going to go to? I said, we're not going to any parties until we go to Henry's house. And we clinked statuettes. And it was a really powerful moment in my life. And he said, you done good, boy.
What if we never leave? What if we just stay here and let the leaves fall and the winter come across the lake?
Okay. Then Charlie can find our bodies in the spring.
Then we'll take it with us. We'll pack up the lake and the house and everything and everything and put it in a suitcase and take it home.
Okay. But you're carrying.
Norman, this was the first time I really felt we were going to die.
I've known it all along.
Yes, I know.
You know, people love this story, and I think that it touches people so deeply. People love to laugh, and really, why do we go to the theater? Why do we read a book? Why do we watch a movie? We want to be moved, and On Golden Pond rises to that challenge every single time.